church has been established. There is a priesthood order on the earth in the church, and there's a method to the madness now. Okay? By common consent. So now Joseph is president of the church. He can write by way of commandment, not just by authority and priesthood keys, but also by common consent, by the will of the people that have sustained him as president of the church.
It's important to point out as well that he has the keys of the mysteries, which is certainly not referencing that we also can't receive and understand the mysteries.
Yeah, I've given him the keys of the mysteries and the revelations which are sealed until I shall appoint unto them another in his stead. So the keys to reveal those to the world, to write them.
That's correct. That's where I was going. Yes, that's where I was going. This is geared towards only the prophet can reveal certain mysteries on a mass distribution, service. Like only he can provide that revelation to the mass audience. Not that we can't receive it, because you can receive it.
Right. He also taught all things that I receive, any saint can receive.
Can receive. That's right. Yep. That's
but
right.
not right by way of commandment. It's different, right?
Yeah.
And that's where we were going back. It's like there can be things that are true that are not doctrine. If you teach them, it's false doctrine, even if they're true.
Yeah.
Now, it could later be canonized as doctrine, and then at that point, you can teach it as truth.
Yeah,
right?
That's right.
That may seem kind of confusing, but that's how it works. So, seek all the revelation you want, but it's for you.
Yeah.
That's why it's personal revelation. Personal. It's for you. Common consent. Yep, so that's the... those things from that stone are not of me, but of Satan. That's what we get out of that. But yeah, this whole thing of common consent here, because they're having a conference at the time, right? So my servant Joseph Smith shall be appointed to preside over the conference and be the voice of it. So this is this whole idea of common consent. I mean, this is something that's being revealed. Like the church is still being established at this point. So these are all new concepts that are coming forth and having to be learned, that there must be order. And it's not just because someone says they're the prophet or they're the prophet. They do have to be called of God. There does have to be authority. There does have to be priesthood, but there also has to be structure and sustaining and common consent associated with it. And this continues to this day, where the church continues to sustain the brethren so that they can write by way of commandment. That's an interesting thing to think about. Like it's not a democracy, but there is a democratic element to I don't know the right way to say it, to their authority, right?
Yeah.
We don't give them the authority. That comes from God. But we sustain them and give them our vote of confidence or approval in their calling.
And again, because everything's based off of agency, though, as we consent to essentially be governed by the revelations they receive, that allows them then to receive said revelation on our behalf. It authorizes them to obtain that and then to provide it to us, knowing that, or with the expectation that we will then act upon it and align our lives in accordance with that revelation.
Well, it's the spirit of unity.
Yes,
we all say we align under you because we recognize your authority.
Yep.
Therefore, reveal the word of the Lord for us.
And that is the spirit of Zion in that. And that's ultimately that's what will create Zion.
Thank you for watching. If you found this content spiritually enlightening, please like, comment, and subscribe.
Like the gospel, these little things make all the difference, and it helps the algorithm push out better content for everyone to enjoy on YouTube.